Good evening. Today is Thursday, 11th August 2022. I am Paranjaya. You are listening to Radio Bharati News Podcast, presenting to you the latest news updates. The headlines: Government nod for Corbevax as booster for adults vaccinated with Covishield Covaxin soon. Democrats, Republicans sponsor bill to give thousands of Afghans path to citizenship. Manoj Prabhakar appointed Nepal cricket coach. First, the national news. The Union Health Ministry is expected to soon approve biological ease Corbevax as a precaution dose for people above 18 years who are double vaccinated with either Covishield or Covaxin. If approved by the government, this would be the first time a booster dose of a COVID vaccine different from the one used for primary vaccination would be allowed in the country. India's first indigenously developed RBD protein subunit vaccine, Corbevax, is currently being used to inoculate children in the age group of 12 to 14 years under the COVID-19 immunization program. Now, the world news. Bipartisan legislation has been introduced in both houses of US Congress to establish a path to American citizenship for thousands of Afghan evacuees admitted to the US on temporary immigration status. The bill also would expand eligibility for special immigration visas beyond Afghans who worked for the US government to those who fought alongside US forces as commandos and Air Force personnel, and also to women who served in special counter-terrorism teams. Many of the 76,000 Afghans flown out in last year's evacuation operation entered US on humanitarian parole, a temporary immigration status that typically lasts only up to 2 years. The legislation would allow those evacuees to apply for permanent legal status if they submit to additional background checks. Generally, those Afghans only can gain permanent legal status in the US by applying for asylum or through special immigration visa programs. Now, the sports news. Former Indian pace bowler Manoj Prabhakar has been appointed Nepal head coach, the Cricket Association of Nepal has said. Prabhakar will succeed 52-year-old former Sri Lankan Test wicketkeeper batter Pubudu Dasanayak, who recently resigned from his position and took over as the head coach of the Canada men's team. Prabhakar was a bowling all-rounder for India and represented the country in 169 internationals. He has worked as a head coach for 3 Ranji Trophy teams and served as bowling coach for Afghanistan in 2016 according to ICC. Now, the weather report. The maximum temperature today is 32 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. The day is likely to mostly remain cloudy. That is all for today. Stay tuned for more updates. You are listening to Radio Bharati News Podcast.